Call this beat Will Smith, cause it slaps hard.
I got a question in the chat, and the question is, hey coach, how much of a red flag is it when a 10 out of 10 woman is playful and Fane kisses you when I just know her that day? I can't, it's worded weird. I'm assuming you're meaning, okay. So how much of a red flag is it when a 10 out of 10 woman is playful and leans in to kiss you and then backs out? Well, for starters, get out of your head that there are 10 out of 10 women. Like, they do not exist. And I know that's probably a controversial thing to say, right? Like, how could there be no 10s? Here's the thing. Being a 10 is in everybody's head. Like, you go to a woman, you see her, and you're thinking, oh my God, she must be like a 10 out of 10. She's so gorgeous. She's so cute. Almost no woman ever thinks that she's a 10 out of 10. Even the ones you think are the most gorgeous in the world, or like your Beyoncé's, your Rihanna's, your Shakira's, whatever. Like, they know when they go home, they sit on the toilet like everybody else. They have things they're picking at. They have skin scabs. They're getting off their bodies and stuff like that. Like, most women across the board, if you legitimately ask them, they might know that they're pretty. They don't think they're 10s. And so, but I'm pointing this out because as men, we get in our head thinking we're judging them based on their looks. And if we view them as the physical kind of woman we want, we just attach a 10 to them, not being aware that in their minds, they're not 10s. And they're walking around wondering, why are people treating me with such, like, putting me on such a high pedestal when I think I'm good, but I'm not that great? And I need you as a guy to start seeing women the way they see themselves. And the way they see themselves is, I'm imperfect. I have imperfections. I'm not this, I have my own things that I deal with either mentally or physically or whatever. And so you need to basically have the same realistic viewpoint of women as most women have of themselves. That way you will not be intimidated or putting women on a pedestal when you talk to them. Like today, I can go out and see like a 10 out of 10 woman, and my first thought is like, but she's probably got like emotional issues, probably has family trauma. She probably farts really bad. I had a roommate in college that everybody thought was like a 10 out of 10. And I lived with her, and people were like, how could you not date her? She's like so hot, so fine. How are you not tempted to sleep with her all the time? This chick had the worst irritable bowel syndrome I've ever seen in my life. I mean, seen because she would go to the bathroom and then like not flush the toilet, and I would see that. So that taught me a very important lesson, which was these 10 out of 10s that people think are like high 10s, on their day-to-day, they're not acting like 10s, dog, real talk. So first thing is to get that out of your head. Put her down on a realistic plane, that she is just a human like everybody else, and that, yes, she's attracted. That's your lusty hormones that are using that in an attempt to try to want to get with her and procreate with her, all right? So that's the first thing. The second thing, though, is that if she leans in and then backs out, why is this a big deal? Like, real talk, if she's leaning in and then backing out, you can make a joke about it, like, oh, that's cool. You weren't ready for this anyway. Like, make a joke about it. You're trying to, because here's this, that when she does that, a part of her subconsciously is like, he's going to react like all these other guys and get flustered and be like, no, come back and kiss me, blah, 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 blah. So if you're able to just sit there and be like, oh, yeah, right. Like, I don't know, your breath probably sounds like it was kicking anyway. Or it's a good thing you leaned back because you might not be the best kisser. So you did me a favor. Appreciate it. Like, when you joke with her like that, now she's like, oh, this guy's playful. And he set up a challenge. Well, I think I will kiss him. So you got to treat it like not a big deal, dog. You got to treat it like it's just whether she kisses you or not. Again, this goes back to what I talk about all the time. Indifference. How she decides to act around you, you cannot let that bug you. You can't let it like jolt you out of your state of mind. You can't let it ruin your state of being in the moment. Just be playful with it. Like, oh, you didn't kiss me? Okay, well, big deal. Yeah, I bet your mom would kiss me. Like whatever you got to do. But don't have it be like such a monumental thing. The fact that you're asking the question indicates you're treating it like a monumental thing. Like, oh, she leaned in and then she didn't kiss me. Like, what does that mean? And how should I read that? This should not even be on your radar. This should be like, this happens to me all the time. Girls try to lean in and want to kiss me all the time. Half the time I push them away. Like, that should be your general attitude about this kind of stuff. Just say.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high class man. You a high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man.